Welcome to the Mismatch. I'm Chris Vernon, and joining me as he does every week from TheRinger.com is Dave Jacoby. Jacoby!
I'm still in sunny Los Angeles, Verno.
How has Los Angeles been? How long did you live there when you lived there?
About 7 years, 6 years, something like that.
That's when Grantland was going on?
Grantland started, yeah.
And so you lived out there for 7 years, and then you moved back to the East Coast after that?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Back to me.
Do you miss living in Los Angeles now that you have visited Los Angeles?
No.
No. I would think like right now, especially on December 11th, you would quite enjoy the weather. This is when usually people go out to the West Coast and they're like, why don't I live here? It's freezing where I live.
I'm very easy, especially when you got like 4 kids. Like, it doesn't really matter where I live now. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It's like
your life's over anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So who cares? You know, I like the Mexican food out here, though. I'll tell you that much. It's great. Fantastic.
All right. Well, have you enjoyed watching the NBA Cup at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I have. It's been a wonderful experience. We're taping right now at 6 p.m. my time. There's a bunch of games going on right now. They're much more competitive than I expected them to be, but it's lovely. I went over to our friend Bill Simmons' house last night, watched a couple of the Cup games, had a good old time.
Is Bill Simmons' house as awesome as I would expect it to be?
Yes, it's exactly what you expect it to be.
Awesome.
The Mismatch is presented by FanDuel. FanDuel's got it all. Same game parlays, quick bets for jumping in live, and your way to build the bet that fits your play. Plus, don't miss out on the holiday offers and surprises all month long. So download the FanDuel app or head to FanDuel.com/mismatch to get started. Remember, you must be 21 and over and present in select states, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut.
All right, Oklahoma City. They matched Golden State, the 15-16 Golden State Warriors, for the best record through 25 games, and got center stage last night and absolutely mauled the Phoenix Suns. Interestingly enough, I went to go look at that Warriors team won 29 of their first 30.
They also won 24 in a row.
Yeah.
Like their one win wasn't like in the middle, sort of like OKC's is. They won 24 in a row. We're like, are they going to go 82-0? And then they lost one.
Well, interestingly enough, when I went and looked, they were 36-2. So that's kind of the next mark that we can look at for Oklahoma City. The 15-16 Warriors were 36-2 through 38 games. And one of the wild things was, we talked about point differential in the last episode. I explained how theirs was like 12-something last year, which set the all-time record. Right now, their point differential is plus 17.5.
Well, they beat the Suns by 80 last night.
They beat them by 80. They were up by, what was the
53 at one point.
I mean, I wrote down maybe the funniest phrase that I could have ever expected that I would read on this episode of The Mismatch. This phrase is something I never expected to read. With 5:25 left in the third quarter, or in the fourth quarter, Chris Youngblood's 3 put them up by 50.
Yeah. I read that too.
Chris Youngblood?
Chris Youngblood. Yeah, another AI-created Thunder player who's hitting threes.
Chris Youngblood?
Yeah,
3?
Chris Youngblood, 3. My favorite thing about the game last night, because, again, it's like 2:30 in the afternoon before this thing starts. So I'm watching the Amazon pregame show, lovely show, and all they're talking about is like, you have to limit the turnovers against the Thunder. You've got to hit your threes. You got to get out to, you've got to play good defense and pack the paint. And the jump ball happens. And Grayson Allen gets the ball. He dribbles over half court. Cason Wallace steals the ball from him and gets a layup. It's like we're 7 seconds into the game.
And all of your game planning is out there.
Yeah, exactly. Just 7 seconds into the game, and Cason Wallace has already got stolen the ball from a ball handler and finished a layup, a contested layup.
So you have had these teams that have started the seasons with these great records. But when I mentioned the 17.5, I thought maybe somebody did it, like had this kind of a point differential, and then it tamped down as the year went on for like the beginning of the year. No, the 07-08 Celtics, who were one of the great teams, through their first 25 games, they had the best point differential up to this point in a season, 25 games, and it was 13.9. So we're 4 points better than that on this.
It's ridiculous to watch them sometimes. The Suns just couldn't even like connect passes. Forget getting buckets.
And Chris Youngblood's 3 put them up by 50.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they were up by 1 million points in this game. This was a wildly non-competitive basketball game. That onslaught they put on at the end of the second quarter, the 20-6 run where it was like steal 3, and it was like, okay, what are we even doing here?
They kept it kind of around 10-12 for like the first quarter. I was maybe we'll get a game here.
The only reason I kept it on was like, okay, they got some hotheads. Maybe we'll get a fight. And we were close. Which we'll get to in a little bit. But I was like, they got enough hotheads that something may transpire in this, right? Because there's at least 3 of these Suns that aren't going to take well to getting their ass beat this bad. You know, there's some that are just going to be like, all right, pack it in. These kind of things happen. And then there's going to be 3 of them that are like, no, not tonight. And like somebody's going to get clipped or something's going to happen. And sure enough, it did. So that made it worthy of at least keeping it on for a little while. In the other Western Conference game, talked about how this NBA Cup, with it getting center stage, can be a real coming out party. We fair to say the coming out party is Castle?
I mean, he won Rookie of the Year, so it's hard to have a true coming out party. But like, big stage, prime time, everybody watching. He had a game. But for me, that game was about the Lakers defense. Like they cannot stop anybody from getting past them and getting to where they want to be in the paint. They can't. They don't have anybody. I mean, Marcus Smart played well, but he's not the defender he used to be. Like, they just don't have defenders. They don't.
Well, this is what J.J. Redick said after the game. J.J. Redick said, I think being able to contain the basketball is probably the most difficult thing now. And Luka Doncic followed it up by saying, they were just getting downhill, driving and kicking.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of them.
Well, and here's what I'm going to say. So one of the things that happens at the beginning of the season is you find out who's getting a ton of threes made against them, who's not. This kind of stuff evens out, right? Like you say, all right, teams have shot this extraordinary rate from 3 against them this year, and that's going to kind of even out. And then when it does, things will look a little bit better. I will only say on the Lakers front, where they're bottom 5 in 3-point percentage against, if you're just going to let teams, if teams are going to be able to generate what amounts to practice shots, they're wide ass open. Like, of course they're shooting high percentages against the Lakers. They're wide open. Like, you go to I'm at NBA arenas early all the time, and even the guys you think stink when they go out there before the game,
will hit 20 in a row. 20 in a row, no problem.
And so if you're gonna let these guys shoot wide open threes, they're gonna make a pretty good percentage of those. So I'm not so sure that the whole 3-point percentage is gonna even out as much as it typically would against the Lakers, because as the phrase goes, slow feet don't eat. And you can try to do the whole, we just need to be on a string and 5 guys defending is 1, whatever. Like, these guys are like, the other team looks faster and more athletic. And as I watched what the Spurs did last night, I thought, my God, if Oklahoma City locked in, they'd beat them by 1,000. Like,
yeah, I mean,
if that's the next game,
it's Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, to a certain extent, are just not providing enough deterrence from people getting to the paint. Yep. They don't even slow them down. People just go right around him.
Well, and the other thing is they added Finney Smith last year.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, here's somebody that can defend on the perimeter, and obviously he's gone. But, I mean, you're still not going to have there's nothing to add. I know that the Herb Jones things come up, but that's one player. Like,
exactly.
They got to guard 5 on the other team, right? They don't have to guard one guy. Like, certainly having somebody that could be a point of attack defender would go a long way, but they're getting beat by everybody off the dribble.
They really are.
Yeah. Everybody.
And I guess the idea is that they're going to score enough points to make up for it, but they don't score enough points to make up for it. Would they give up like 130-some points?
So you looked at it and you thought, wow, this tells us something about the Lakers.
The Lakers might be the 2 seed, the 3 seed at the end of the season, but they're not to be taken seriously in a 7-game series.
You sound like somebody that's been in the studio for Chris Paul or Rich Paul's new show.
Yeah, game over.
Do you know he must have been smiling like a Cheshire cat last night watching that? He'd be like, I tried to tell him the Lakers weren't good. That this 17-7 record ain't what it seems.
I thought we'd at least get a competitive game after that Thunder game. I was like, all right, Spurs-Lakers is going to be good, at least. It wasn't that competitive. And they got down to like 8 or 10 at some point.
Well, you had Castle with 30 and 10. You had 8 Spurs scoring at least 8. I have talked about the Spurs several times on this show already this year because one of the things that we talked about coming into the season, I was worried that this is so Wemby dependent, right? The whole thing, but that has been not the case. This has been a strength in numbers thing that's gone on with San Antonio, where the Champagnes of the world have stepped up and the Harrison Barnes of the world.
Fox.
And obviously Fox has been fantastic. Dylan Harper has been the most low-key awesome rookie, right? While you're getting Flag and Knipple and Coward.
He had a couple drives last night where he just looks so in control, and it looks like I don't know. It looks like he's not experimenting. It looks like everything is very intentional. All of his footwork, like he is really impressive rookie. He plays like someone who's been in the league for 6 years.
Well, and this is absolute best case scenario that they prove to be able to win basketball games without Wembanyama, because what it tells you is this is not a team that needs to. There was always going to be, you remember we went through this with Luka, we went through this with Giannis, we still do to this day, right? Anytime you've got a transcendent player, you go, well, they got to build out around him, right? Like, I mean, geez. And especially if you got a transcendent player that's still on a rookie contract, right? Because theoretically, it's almost like having a rookie quarterback that's awesome.
Yep.
You're going to get that amount of time to have your best roster you're going to be able to have. And if they were play-in caliber or on the outside looking in, then everybody's going, well, look, they better build around Wemby, right? Because he wants to be playing playoff basketball and whatever else. But it seems like they've got the roster to be able to get to play playoff basketball and get in the mix even now. And certainly with getting him back, like this could be a much better team than I think we might have even expected if they hit whatever ceiling we set for them.
Well, if I'm Coach Mitch and Wemby knocks at my door and says, I'm ready to go. I'm medically cleared. I'm ready to go. I'll be like, you're going to sit this one out Saturday, buddy. Maybe the Thunder is not the first game that you come back on a minutes restriction.
They made it sound like he's coming back.
He's been playing 5-on-5 at practice.
Yeah, they made it sound like
the Thunder, maybe the best defense that we've seen in years isn't the best time to come back after an injury.
But hold on, Jacoby. Look, very rarely you're going to have $500,000 on the line. I got it. It's $500,000 to somebody that's going to make $200 million more than likely. But
$500,000 is a lot of money to anybody.
$500,000 is a lot of money to anybody. And that game, like, if there's something you want to get back for, that one matters a lot more to them than others. And that's why, we've kind of, unfortunately, these cup games have not been very good. But,
no.
I mean, as a basketball fan, Wemby coming back for the Oklahoma City game would be,
I would love to see it.
It's a dream. It's a dream. That being his first game back, that would be great.
In Vegas.
Yes.
Bright lights, big stage. I would love that.
Yes. So hopefully we do get him back. By the way, when you were talking about the gross defense of the Lakers, 35 transition points last night.
Oh, my God.
Was the most that they have given up this year.
Do you have the off turnover stuff? I'm sure.
I don't.
Like, after turnovers, I'm sure it's some stupid number.
35 transition points is
that's
it's a lot.
A lot of that is coming off of steals too.
Oh yeah. And so not a great stage for the Lakers. I think people much like you are more down on them after watching that play out, and I think we're inevitably going to be higher on the Spurs.
Two of those transition points were after LeBron dunks on Cornette and stands there screaming at him for 10 seconds. You remember that? And then they just got a bucket going the other way because no one was in there playing defense for the Lakers. Like, that was a huge momentum pivot point in the game. You're a guy, you're 41-year-old LeBron, get dunks on somebody, crowd's energized, and the Spurs went like a 6-0 run.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And the Spurs, with the Castle game, now you know they have Fox, who's a great clutch performer, an outstanding player who's been really good. And then you get Wemby back, and like you look at it and you go, man, they've got a couple other guys that could step up if they needed to, right? When you're in a big game and a guy like that gets you 30, you've got to look at him differently.
Absolutely.
And so I do think this is about as close as you get to, we're never going to mimic the playoffs, but I will say these guys do want to win these games, and there is a heightened intensity that comes with it. And so the Castle thing was big. On the Eastern side, Orlando knocked off the Heat. Desmond Bane got his money back for chucking the ball at OG Anunoby. He said, he said, I needed to make some money back. They had to pay $35,000.
He did it.
He did it.
Usually the Magic beat the Knicks. For some reason, I'm just guessing now. The Magic probably won like 5 of the last 6 games against the Knicks. But the last game against the Knicks, the Bane assault with a basketball game, the Knicks won and looked pretty good doing it. I think without Bronze, I expect the Knicks to take this one.
You do. All right. Well, look, it ended up, as someone who covered a team that ran that offense last year, it was a very good offense that found itself harder to perform against the best teams. And maybe that is not fair to put that on the offense, and you should just say, well, that's more personnel than the offense. But it is one of those things where it's like, this thing can be devastating, and your numbers are crazy, and the night that you're playing the Rat team, you're putting up 142 against them. And we have seen that be true of the Heat this year. But when it looks bad, it looks bad. And it looked bad against Orlando because that's a team that could really defend. And so all of the fun, free motion, it didn't look that fun and free motion against Orlando the other night, did it?
Well, the isolation stuff, like, we're just going to give you space to go against your defender. It's like, that's great. But when it's Jaylen Suggs, it's not great.
Right. And you've got a group of guys that are a bunch of young athletes, and you do have this extraordinary size with that Orlando team. On the Knicks front, again, another dud with the Toronto game. And Toronto, we talked about them earlier this week, how the RJ Barrett thing has had a profound effect.
Some of it's got to be opponent and coincidence. It's not just as simple as they lose RJ Barrett, they lose games. But I come to the top of my head, I think they're 12-5 with RJ Barrett and 3-6 without him. I'm pretty sure.
Well, even earlier in the week when we talked about them, I had in my notes that they were losers of 5 of 6, including 2 to Charlotte. And when I went and looked at their offense, the percentages were all down. The turnovers were all up. The free throws were down. Like, the whole thing was like, oh, my God, since RJ Barrett went out.
That Verno was looking at his notes from a previous show, and he takes out his spiral notebook like a high school kid in 1994, and he's got handwritten notes. Like, we have computers and printers in today's day and age, right?
I've never used those. You don't know this? I use my notes.
So you're on a computer to get the information, and then you handwrite the information from the computer.
Correct. Every show I've ever done, Both my local show and the Mismatch is logged every show. And I only use, here, I'm going to give you, I am not OCD about anything except this stuff. I only use, maybe this will get me a sponsorship. I only use 5-star college-ruled notebooks.
The Mismatch is brought to you by 5-Star Notebooks.
And I only
if you're
use,
over 60 and still taking notes with your pen
and
and paper,
only use
5-star.
Uniball Vision pens.
Oh, Uniball Vision 2 sponsor.
Yes. Yeah. Look, I've got a whole pack here.
Have you seen any ads for pens? Like when we were kids, they would have like Bic pen ads. Have you seen any? The pen industry is not exactly booming right now, Verno.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
Well, and that's why I want to be able to do it. So the reason I write everything down is so for that exact moment. I can go back.
Yeah, because I could never go back and look at my old notes because the digital files just disappear. It's like vanishing mode in Instagram.
It is
when you're DMing thoughts.
It's not as fast as my method. I can just flip back into my notebook.
Yeah,
and then I can.
The notebook is locked in there forever.
It's locked in
the
here
digital
forever.
files. You never know. You can get hacked.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I might lose it. And I don't like typing very much.
Computer crashes.
Now, the one thing I will say that is the downfall of this is my penmanship is very poor. So it does not, it's not great for somebody to be a note taker, but is also
be able to read their own notes.
It happens. It happens regularly. Like, so when I do and it is weird, I do it on Notes, on the Notes app. That's how I do most of the rundown stuff for my shows. And then I do transfer it over to a notebook that's sitting in front of me.
Okay, it's true. Totally normal.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. But I'm appreciative that you noticed my spiral notebook. You
can get that. You can get that information from your previous show notes real quick.
That's right. It's just there.
Right there.
I was able to perfect recall on RJ Barrett and the profound effect he has had on the Toronto Raptors. There's no chance you would have ever known that if I didn't have my notebook.
I had the record in my brain. I didn't even need notes. I just remembered 2 days ago. Vernon.
So the Raptors stink without RJ Barrett. I should have just written that
RJ
down.
Barrett. No one's even said this yet. Does this help his MVP case?
No question.
It does. I mean, look at that. We're talking about the value of you to the team. RJ Barrett, MVP.
Yep. Two other things regarding the Cup. The games so far have been duds. It has not been fun to watch. It sets up two great ones. So I'm hopeful. There is a world where these teams that we've got involved could make conference finals. There is a world.
Sure.
It's not for Orlando and for San Antonio. It is
unlikely.
It would be unexpected.
Yeah.
But again,
the Knicks and Thunder, it is an absolute failure if those teams are not in the conference finals.
Correct. And I would say, like, and when I say it would be unexpected, to wit, it was unexpected last year that we were watching a Game 7 between Indiana and Oklahoma City in the NBA Finals. So this stuff does happen, right? And if we didn't learn from last year when a team that was not even 500 when the calendar turned, we should have. And so I do think for Orlando and San Antonio, you're looking at those teams, and right now you're hopeful that they're at least second-round teams, that they're teams that are going to the second round of the playoffs. And then, who knows, dependent on matchup, you could see those teams in conference finals. Sure. It's not outlandish. And so I want to see how those teams, because those are kind of the up-and-comers versus these vet teams. And I know that we're now looking at Oklahoma City as a vet team, but, I mean, they've got championship rings, for God's sakes. And certainly San Antonio is next up if there is to be someone. And I do think that if people are looking and going, who's the potential challenger for Oklahoma City if there is going to be one? And they've got to be the leader in the clubhouse,
Who?
Yeah, I'm talking over the course of the next 5 years, not now.
Yeah.
Not now.
You know what? I'm pumping the brakes in this Thunder dynasty talk. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people are already using the D word with the Thunder. They won a championship. They went to Game 7 twice in the playoffs. I understand how they're set up. I understand that they're young. I understand they've got 1 million lottery picks in the next 3 years. But like, let's just pump the brakes on dynasty. There'll be plenty of time to talk dynasty later. But like, it's almost like the world has handed them 3 of the next 5 championships. Like, let's just win another one.
Well, let me speak on this. I love it. And I love that there is now a team to beat. We have been overrun by parity over the course of the last couple of years, where everybody's just kind of, but I like the idea if anybody beats that team, it's going to be a big upset. I like that. I do. I like the fact that
didn't you feel that way about the Celtics last year?
No.
You serious?
No.
Going into that Knicks Celtics series?
No.
Verno.
I didn't.
Defending champions.
I got it.
Battle scarred.
I got it.
Good regular season.
It was a pretty soft title, for being honest.
The Celtics title was soft?
Yeah, it was a pretty soft title. I mean, it all broke. I'm not saying they weren't great. It all broke, though. And it got Luka traded.
Luka did something to Nico. He did something. We're going to find out. We're going to find out in 7 years. Like,
no!
One day Luka Doncic took a shit on his hood of his car in the parking lot.
He didn't do anything except not be able to stay in front of athletes. I promise you, Nico was watching that shit last night, drunker than hell, going,
I told you.
Defense wins championship. I tried to tell you. Huh?
Where is he right now?
I mean, probably got a buyout, right? So I mean, he's probably kicked up watching Luka Doncic defensive highlights.
He's on the beach playing the acoustic guitar, got a campfire going, just watching Amazon on his phone.
Yep, probably. All right, let's get to our loves and loathes of the week. Well, you know what? Since I went ahead and said what I said about Boston, I'm going to go out of my way on my first love to give Jaylen Brown his just desserts because he has.
Wait, hold on. Is that the phrase? Just desserts?
I believe so. If not, just check it.
Continue.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want me to scroll through my spiral notebook to go to the phrase page?
No. I've got a phone. I've got a smartphone here. I don't have like a rotary phone. Like
type it in. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Just desserts?
Yeah. What does it mean? Meaning of just desserts. Am I wrong?
Let's see. I think you're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
thank you.
You're right.
That's why I went to Harvard.
I apologize.
I went to Harvard. I for sure did not go to Harvard.
I physically went to Harvard a lot. My dad lives in Cambridge. I went to Harvard a ton.
Not for school.
No, just like by week.
Just around.
Yeah.
see if there were any hot nerdy chicks.
Yeah, there are.
Right. Boston 8-2. I saw Good Will Hunting. Boston 8-2. 4-game winning streak. Get me up to date. Are they winning tonight? You got your smartphone.
I've got
Are
my
they winning?
This is a lot of work for me, bro.
Are
I'm not
they
the
winning?
research department. Listen, it's loading, all right? The games are close. The Clippers are beating the Rockets. Didn't see that coming. The Bucks are down 1 in the third quarter. Down 2 in the third quarter.
Okay, so they are winning.
Every game going right now is a 1 or 2 point game.
Okay, but they are winning. Okay, they're 8-2 in their last 10. They got a 4-game win streak, so this would be 9-2 and 5 in a row if they're able to get this one tonight. Through the first 24 games, he is having the 3rd best Celtics scoring season ever.
Damn.
Jason Tatum averaged 30 in 2023, and Larry Bird averaged 29.9 in 1988. Right now, Jaylen Brown is at 29.1, but he is also doing it on 50% field goals this year, and just having a sensational season. And so love the way he is playing. He's got his opportunity to be a number one. And not only is he taking hold of that opportunity, he has been absolutely sensational. He has proven to be able to take on that role, and he has moved them up to, they're like third in the East right now. Again, we'll see how much staying power this has, but for right now, and then I got super jealous because I wish I would have thought of this. A guy named Michael Petito, who writes for
I've heard the name before.
The Lead. He's actually, when I looked at the bio, because I thought I knew the name too, it says he's a college student at Quinnipiac. So I was like,
Maybe
hey,
I was thinking of Bobby
good for
Petrino.
you. But hey, good observation by the kid, though. So I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. It was Jaylen Brown is having his 94 Pippen season.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that is so good.
Oh, that's good.
It's so good because Scottie Pippen led
That's the
Bulls.
first year that Jordan was gone, right?
And they were 55-27. And he had career highs in points, rebounds, and he was third in MVP voting.
And it was very much a, yeah, we don't need that guy. I'm that guy season.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is good. 94 Pippen season. Michael Jordan's gone, and now he's going to show. And like Jaylen Brown is so far through 24 games having his 94 Pippen season. So shouts to you, Michael Petito. That's a good observation, and that's a good callback to something that took place. Now, who knows?
And the thing is, he's probably not even born. I'm doing the math.
For sure.
Michael
For
Petito
sure
was born in
wasn't born.
2008. Yeah.
No, if he's in college now, no way. No way was he born. But that's a pretty good one, man. 94 Pippen, because we don't really have these circumstances like this, where it's always kind of been the sidekick, but the sidekick gets to be the guy. And
to be fair, Brown and Tatum are, I wouldn't say like sidekick. You know what I mean? Tatum is a better player, more effective player, but they're more like sort of like a Wade James partnership.
That's fair. It's 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
But no one has ever considered Brown 1A.
He did win the Finals MVP.
I understand, but talk to Celtics fans and any observers of that team.
Yes.
They have always held, like, Tatum is the guy, and Brown's the other guy.
Yes.
And now the other guy has gotten his opportunity to be the guy and is really taking hold. And
shout out to you, Michael Petito.
Yeah, pretty good observation, and I like that one. I like that comp as to what's gone on so far. And certainly, I did not expect Boston to be able to win an amount of games this year that would keep them out of the play-in. I thought at best they're a play-in team.
All right, I'm going to go. This is my first love.
Okay.
I'm having difficulty locking into Thunder games because they're blowouts. They're just not competitive basketball games. So there's other games on that I will watch.
What do you love about this?
I'm getting there, man. This is what you do. This is entertaining. This is storytelling. Come on, Verno.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Ruined it. But I love the quest for 74 wins. Because this is getting really real. Like, this is going to be a huge story as we get as the weather starts to turn, and I have to go down to the basement and get that big bin of shorts that I put down there and t-shirts. When I have to go get that bin, this is going to be a huge storyline. I think that the way it's pacing, I think this is going to be very close. There's going to be like 6 games left, and they're going to have like 70. And they're going to have such a huge lead in the Western Conference standings that they don't have to win those games, but I think they're going to go for 74. This is a storyline that will keep me interested in Thunder games because I can't watch fourth quarters when the one team is up by 35 points and all the subs are in. That's not interesting to me.
This plays into what I was saying. When you are so much better than everybody else and you're putting up these historic numbers, then every game that you play becomes a big one because we are going to it's going to be a story if anybody's even up on them in the fourth.
Yeah. I'll be getting texts from you and my friends.
Yes.
If they're down by 5, tune into the Thunder game. And like the Warriors, I've said this before, like, remember, they have to come back in so many games. They played close games during that streak. These Thunder games are not competitive. There's been a few.
They would be, and there were many times where the Warriors would be down 12 at halftime, and then they would win the third quarter 38-10.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
And the Thunder aren't doing that.
We thought that was going to be exciting. No. They beat you 38-10 in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And then they make and then Chris Youngblood is hitting threes.
For the listeners, Verno had to look over his 5-star spiral notebook to get that name.
Yeah.
Chris Youngblood.
No idea.
Unfamiliar
with his work, except for the fact that he put him up by 50 last night with the 3. All right, you want to do another? You want to knock through the loves, or you want me to go to loathe?
Loathe.
All right. My first loathe, the Grayson Allen ejection. Okay, number one, it was not ejection worthy at all. Number two, once he got ejected, it took all the juice out of this, right? Because if he doesn't get ejected, now we get a retaliation. Like, that game was so ridiculous, and it's a 40-point margin. The only thing that could possibly entertain me is them.
You're rooting for violence. You're spending the whole time just keyed in on Grayson Allen and Dylan Brooks and be like, someone get violent, please.
It's the only thing we've got left. Is like, all right, I want to see them like really like wrestle somebody. Like, let's just see. Because, he decleated him. And
you saw that this is actually, that was retaliation for what Chet did to Grayson earlier.
I know.
Those videos started making the round today.
He decleated him.
Yeah, he did it with intention. But that is a flagrant one.
Because Grayson, he's one of those guys where he really does have when he all the stuff that went on in college or whatever, but when he gets this competitive thing going, he just loses his mind. Like, he really does snap in a way where, and I've told this story before, but he signed with Memphis years ago, and he was going to come to my room at Summer League. We were going to do an interview with him. And, of course, all I knew him from was his Duke days. And I was like, oh, God, this guy. I mean, I have my perception of what Grayson Allen is. Shows up in the room, whatever, ends up doing the interview, hangs out with us afterwards, walks out. And I tell Roser at the time, I'm like, I have never had a different perception of someone than what I think of them after I met them, right? I was like, how cool? Like, he couldn't have been cooler. He couldn't have been nicer. He couldn't have been more normal. The whole thing. I loved the guy. And I'm like, man, maybe he does just kind of like get a bad rep. I swear to God, you can go back and look. In Summer League, he like karate chopped the guy in the back of the neck that night in the Summer League game.
Also, karate chopping someone in the back of the neck is a hilarious
move.
It
was crazy. And I was like, what? Like, and I was trying, and this is, meanwhile, I've been trying to explain, like, nah, man, he's really not what you think he is. And then I watched him, and I'm like,
I guess he is who I think.
What a nutcase. Like, no, he just snaps.
Yeah.
Well, he snaps. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. And he just snaps on people. And he did, like, after he got body bumped by Chet on that rebound, he was like, he couldn't wait to go and just try to flatten him. And Chet's got to get his weight up, bro. You can't get decleated like that.
I can't tell what's flop and what's getting decleated. You know what I mean? But I don't think Chet was expecting that. Let's just say
no.
As well.
And I look. So number one, I don't think it should be ejection.
No. And
number two, it ruined the fact that like something else could happen.
Verno's just sitting there and just wants blood. He ended up getting young blood.
40-point game.
He wanted blood. He got Chris Youngblood.
Yes, Chris Youngblood. Let me look back at is that his name? Yep.
Yeah.
Sure enough, right
Check
here
your
in my
notes.
notebook.
Check your notes.
There it is.
My loathe is simple. Not a lot of NBA news today, making the rounds, prepping for the show. Shaquille O'Neal.
Ugh,
Shaquille.
the worst.
He
No,
comes
truly.
back. He's having these 30-point games, and he's going 10 for 12 from the field, blocking shots, being awesome. And what happened? What is this injury?
Ankle. He had the ankle surgery in the offseason. Now he's got a stress reaction, I guess. And the shame of it all is they've gotten to winning. Their numbers have all been fantastic. The schedule's gotten softer for sure, but he has been awesome and has played like a top 5 center.
If you don't know who Shaquille is, we're talking about Zach Edey.
Zach Edey.
Yeah.
And Morant comes back tomorrow night.
Really?
So Morant got hurt 6 minutes into Edey's debut.
Oh, yeah, because he came back. Yeah.
And
so they've shared the floor for 6 minutes.
Correct. And now we get the news today. So they were about to be on the court for the first time for any amount of time.
This is
tomorrow
going
night.
right into. See, I know you and your Grizzlies excuses. This is going right into your excuse file. You've got a Manila folder.
Oh no.
On your notebook, you've got a special page in your notebook with one of those little tabs so you can reference it easily. It's your Grizzlies excuse file, and it's Zach Edey and John Morant. We haven't even seen the Grizzlies. Yeah, I know the Grizzlies are outside the play-in right now, but we haven't even seen the Grizzlies.
Excuse for what? I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial.
I'm not listening. What's your first love?
There's excuses and there's reasons. And you need to understand the difference.
Okay.
Hurt teams aren't good unless they're Oklahoma City and they have Chris Youngblood.
Yeah.
Right.
They missed 7 guys against the Jazz.
My second love. So after I watched Starting Five, that dreadful show.
You watched it?
No, the first season.
Oh, the first season I didn't watch.
A couple of
episodes.
episodes.
The second season was awesome.
No, okay. I watched a couple of episodes the first season, and I said, this is stupid. I don't care that Domantas Sabonis is the greatest father to ever exist, and all of this, and Jason Tatum playing Papa Shot with Deuce Tatum. Like this is all choreographed and boring to me. The whole show needs to be Anthony Edwards. The whole thing.
Yep.
Because he is an electric factory. And then I'm scrolling through and it says, new show on Prime, Anthony Edwards, Serious Business, where he challenges people to athletic competitions. And I'm like,
sign me up.
This is my speed. Then you want to talk about, look, then I cue it up and it says it's 25 minutes. Then I have, as you know, a 15-year-old son who wears headphones around the house now because he's 15. And I said, William, Ant's new show's on Prime. A father-son bonding mode. We watched it together.
This is amazing.
I can't get him to do anything.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah. So
Anthony Edwards is bringing families together.
And then the thing cues up and it's him challenging a female table tennis player who's like the best in the world or best in America.
She's an Olympic, yeah.
To play against table tennis. But before that.
And Marshawn Lynch is involved.
He's going to play Marshawn Lynch, who is, number one, shows up higher than you could possibly be for a television show.
Allegedly. We are journalists. Pablo Torre would never do that.
Oh,
allegedly. You do not know that for a fact.
You haven't watched this, have you?
No, I scrolled through it when I saw the rundown.
They're in the middle of the show, and he pulls out a massive blunt and starts smoking it on camera. There's nothing alleged about this. You don't know what's
in that. You don't know what's in that cigar.
They tell him, stop smoking the Black and Mild right in front.
Anthony Edwards is going to test positive now, just the contact time from being around Marshawn Lynch.
And Naz Reid is there, like in the crowd, rooting him.
They stopped testing for weed.
And he's in the crowd, like rooting him on, whatever. So, like, you got Marshawn Lynch higher than hell.
High Marshawn Lynch it's just like a really good hot sauce, like Tapatio. It's going to make everything better. It's going to make everything better. High Marshawn Lynch and anything. And the New Year's show, on CNN when they've got like Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. Put Marshawn Lynch right in between the two of them. Tell me it's not going to get better.
Well, and I agree with you. Anything with Marshawn Lynch is better. So, look, and again, it's a 25 minutes of my life, so I can watch him do anything for 25 minutes. And then, spoiler alert, he plays against the female professional tennis player who they're going to play to 11, and she says, I'll give you 10.
I love it.
Yes.
Because you could always like get one, just hit the net or something. You know what I mean?
No.
Just get a lucky one.
He gets one and celebrates like he's won the championship.
He won.
He's picking up his baby. He's running around. It's so good. I can watch. His personality is so good. And I love this. And now what's going to happen, and I knew this would happen, because the show's out there and he's going to start like, he'll do football, he'll do whatever. He's now going to start getting challenged at stuff. Oh. So I don't know if you saw this, but on Twitter today, he responded to former Cy Young winner Trevor Bauer, who was like, come get some of this, and whatever. Oh. Dude, if I get to watch him trying to hit a Trevor Bauer
Bauer's going to put one up and in on him. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Be awesome. A curveball? Imagine hitting a professional curveball or like an off-speed pitch, a screwball, a slider. Are you kidding me?
I love the concept. I love his personality. I can't wait for this. I will watch every episode of this television show.
Do you remember Pros vs. Joes on Fox?
Yes, loved it.
It reminds me of that a little bit. Pros vs. Joes.
Yes.
Good. Some of those Joes were pretty talented, though.
But he says even like they play that clip at the beginning, and he's really like, if you taught me how to do anything, I could do it. And they're like, can you play baseball? And he's like, scrape, clean up. And he's like, they're like, can you swim? He's like Michael Phelps. I want to see him in a swimming race.
Well, that was that famous interview from before he got drafted. Right?
Yes.
He's like, I'm the best at everything. Yeah.
Yes.
This is if you're a television executive at Amazon, this is the easiest pitch to greenlight. Like, we're going to have Anthony Edwards and he's going to do stuff. And Marshawn Lynch is going to be high. I'm like, here's $10 million. Here.
I can't wait for the next episode. I'm not kidding.
I just thought that you and William are bonding over this.
Something that we actually watched together. Unbelievable.
Quick personal story. Me and my son, who is 12, are starting. 2 weeks ago, we started Stranger Things from season 1, episode 1.
Oh.
And it's perfect because like the kids are kind of his age and I was the age of the kids in that time. And it's just like perfect. Now we're in season 3 and they're starting to like date and make out and stuff. And I can feel like his energy from the other side of the couch. He's kind of like, he's into it, but he's kind of not. He's a little freaked out. It's just perfect for us. Perfect.
I did not understand how big a deal that was going to be. No. How about this? On Black Friday. So it launched on Thanksgiving night, right?
I have no idea.
It did. Okay. The new season launched on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
On Black Friday, I asked my son, because I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll go back and watch the other ones and catch up, and because I know he likes it.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, they dropped Stranger Things last night. I saw that on Instagram. And he was like, I already watched it. And I was like, what?
Night, 3 a.m. Yeah, watched the entire thing. Yeah.
He watched it straight through the night it was released.
Of course he did.
I was like, damn, bro. Okay.
It's a huge show. I realize what a big show it is.
Unbelievable.
Huge show.
He loves it, too. And you know who? And what's crazy? We were down at my dad's house, who is 76, and my dad loves it.
Here's the thing: is we have to move on, because if Greenwald and Chris Ryan find out that we're talking about television on a Ringer podcast, they're coming for us.
Yeah,
just out of respect for those two.
No,
because
if
the powers that be at Spotify, if the Swedes listen to this section of our show, they're going to fire Greenwald and Ryan and replace it with us.
I know.
So out of respect for my friends, we should probably get back to basketball.
Yeah, I heard they got a sore spot about anybody talking about it too. Yeah. We could take those nerds.
Chris Ryan looks scrappy. He looks scrappy. He looks he'll bite you. Like, I think Chris just bit my pinky off. It's eating it. He's trying to light on fire and smoke it like Marshawn Lynch.
All right, go ahead. What's your next one? Love.
We got Love.
Nope.
Yeah. I love this kind of stuff so much. So there's reports that there was a players-only meeting amongst the Bucks where Giannis sort of like told the players sort of like, guys, let's just focus on basketball. Let's not get distracted. Basketball is what's important. They asked Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I'm just sitting there being like, because this is after Giannis did the thing where they're like, oh, you talk to the owner? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like something's going on with the Bucks and their memories of their conversations, because these two things cannot both be true. If they can't have a players-only meeting in which Giannis addresses the entire team and says lots of things that make Giannis look like a good person, and then Kyle Kuzma is like, I don't know, what? If it happened, Kyle Kuzma would be there and he would remember it.
Well, I guess this would be the only out you would have is if Kyle Kuzma was like, hey, that's behind closed doors. That shouldn't have leaked anyway. And you know what I'm saying?
That's
and
a
so
good
I'm just gonna act like this didn't happen. Like it did actually happen, but that wasn't supposed to be for public consumption. He was talking to us. And the fact that somebody has told somebody that this happened is not
that's good. That's fair.
Maybe. It's a possible.
Dude, in the fourth quarter, the Bucks are up on the Celtics 95-82.
I take everything I said about Jaylen Brown back.
Can we redo Jesse's in the room?
Can we delete this podcast?
Re-edit that. Just replace Jaylen Brown with Miles Turner.
He's actually 98 Pippen with the Blazers.
He's Larsa Pippen. And you know what I blame? I blame Mike Pettigrew or whatever his name is.
Mike Pettigrew?
Whatever, the kid, the child who you're plagiarizing from?
Yeah. Oh, no, Petito.
Yeah. Petito. Yeah.
I know, because it's in my notes.
Stop it.
All right. My next loathe. The Clippers' disaster is even worse than we thought. Okay, so it's been commonplace for people to acknowledge that their first round pick goes to the Thunder, which is for sure the worst thing ever, especially considering that it might be the number one pick in the draft, right? That has been, but they suck. There's no way out of it. You've got Harden's got a $42 million player option that of course he'll pick up for next year and whatever else. And I didn't realize this until earlier, but they also have a swap for next year's Clippers pick.
Awesome.
So, and that's to go along with the other 17 picks they have over the next 9 years or whatever the hell it is. It's the Clippers owe an unprotected first round pick to the Thunder at 26. They also have swap rights in 27. So just for, you were talking about how
something tells me that they're going to exercise that swap.
I know. and you were talking about how we're going to be looking at winning 74 games, right?
Yeah.
In that trek. We're going to get to the draft and they've got the Clippers pick.
Oh, I know.
Utah's top 8 protected, Houston's top 4 protected, and Philadelphia's top 4 protected. Okay. And so then I went to the next year and they've got that pick swap with the Clippers. So not only they have 13 first-round picks and 16 second-round picks in the next 7 years. You're talking about how we're wanting to watch it, maybe they could win 80 games this year. And it's okay, and they've got all these draft picks over the next. This is about to get gnarly.
I've already said their G League team is going to be the real dynasty here. They're going to win every G League championship.
The Oklahoma
Youngblood.
Do you know who they are?
The Blue. Oklahoma
The
Blues.
Oklahoma City Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're probably loaded.
Why?
Anyways.
Who had the meeting? Was what should we call this team? Blue. What?
I don't know. The Clippers are 6-18, bro.
Did you see Blue Ivy at the game yesterday?
No. They're 6-18.
Well, they're only down 4 to the Rockets right now in the fourth quarter. If FanDuel was available here to me in California, I would.
So I was talking about how bad this is going, and then how it's even worse because they're going to suck next year too, and Oklahoma City has their pick too. I couldn't believe this. Do you know this is the worst start to a Clippers season since 2010?
Since 2010? Well, they've been pretty good since 2010.
How crazy is that, though? That 2010 team went 32-50.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that Vinny Del Negro?
I don't know. I can't remember anymore.
Here's my next loathe.
God.
So
Go
I
to
wanna
hell,
talk to
Clippers. You're ruining this for everybody, and you're ruining it for everybody for the, like, this isn't like a minor mistake. This is like ruining it for everybody for 10 years.
Yeah. You are ruining it for everybody.
Because if they get AJ DeBanstra or friggin' Caleb Wilson or Cameron Boozer, like, you're so the worst.
Be better, Clippers.
Yeah. And they have no way to be better either.
I blame Pablo Torre.
I do too.
I blame Pablo Torre.
Let's go whoop his ass.
Pablo Torre just ruined the NBA for the next 5 years.
He's already fighting with Nick Wright. We can fight with him too.
We can fight with him too. To deal with. He's got
fight with him
problems
too.
To deal with.
We can fight with him too.
So you are a sports memorabilia nerd, okay?
Oh, am I ever?
Yeah. A Kobe Bryant card was auctioned off yesterday for $1.22 million. This is ridiculous.
Why?
There is no picture of Kobe Bryant that's worth $1.22 million. Like, what are we doing?
I mean,
What are we doing?
Things
This is like NFTs. It reminds me of NFTs. Like, this is stupid.
No, it's nothing
This
like
is just
NFTs.
stupid. Yes, it is. It's the exact same thing, actually. It's the exact same thing as NFTs.
Except these have been around since like literally the most famous card in the world is the Honus Wagner from the early 1900s. So stop. Okay, this is not something that's just fly by night that came along. When I was a little kid, Wayne Gretzky spent $1 million on the T206 Honus Wagner. So this has been going on for a long time. Look, things are worth what people are willing to pay for them, Jacoby. You don't have to like it.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, but again, that's not your thing.
Why don't you buy a different Kobe card for $20,000 and then give 1.2 to feed the homeless?
Well, in many cases, well, look, you're going to be, okay, now you're a pocket watcher. You gonna tell everybody what to do with their money? Shut up, pocket watcher. If you had enough money to spend 1.2 on you're like, oh, why don't you give that to people that need it? People in need.
But the thing is, I'm saying that, and like,
yeah,
I like my tax guy is like, so how much did you give to charity? I'm like, I'm not much, 200. Like, I don't know. I'm not exactly,
Mr. Charitable,
Mr. Philanthropic over here.
Yeah, I would love to see you go on this rant about how you should be giving money to me. I promise you, hey, walk outside the door. You'll find 10 guys that are willing.
Stepping over all of them. Yeah. Stepping over all of them.
Come on, Jacoby. Come on. All right.
You got me about that. That wasn't even supposed to be a joke.
Because you're a dick. That's why. Because you pocket watched and said that people should spend their money in smarter ways, and then you talk about walking over the homeless. You're a terrible person.
I bought a Polaroid of Kobe Bryant for $1.2 million.
To each his own.
Okay.
All right. My next love. JB Bickerstaff repping beef stew. I love when stuff like this happens. So JB Bickerstaff went out of his way to rep his guy. And he's talked about how they want to like emulate the old school bad boys and whatever. But how good must you feel if you're Isaiah Stewart and you see the headline everywhere, quote, "It isn't close." JB Bickerstaff says Isaiah Stewart is the best defensive center in the NBA.
I love it so
good.
much.
I mean, this is great. Truly great.
Earlier, Cade Cunningham said that Jaylen Duren was the best big man in the NBA.
Because a guy like this, people aren't going out of their way to say that about Isaiah Stewart, right? Mm-mm. You're not seeing that everywhere. You're not saying, you know who's unbelievable? Isaiah Stewart. Until JB Bickerstaff puts it on Front Street, and then people can have the discussion. But the fact that your coach is even putting that discussion out there and then saying not only is the best defensive center, it's not even close. That's how good this guy is. Oh, There's nothing better than your coach repping you like
great.
that. Shout out to JB. Shout out to Isaiah Stewart. And
Isaiah Stewart earned his sort of like, oh, he'll fight you, reputation. Yeah. But like, he's not really up to those antics that much this year, and he's just he deserves to be speaking of more than just like the guy that will fight you.
You say that, mean? But I mean, he tried to fight Bobby Portis literally last week.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. But his fight to game ratio has gone down. Me and Goldsberry are coming out with a graph. We've done all the analytics on beef stew, and I haven't told Goldsberry yet, but he's working on it right now.
And it's just gonna have like a beef stew head, like way high up in the right-hand corner.
Yes, in the right corner. Yes,
I love it.
It's gonna be a bunch of beef stew heads on a graph over time. His fight to game to minute ratio, fight to minute per 36.
Yes.
For 100 possessions.
They've got a couple other on there too that are willing to do it too, because that Ron Holland's a loose cannon as well.
Yeah. All right. Where are we? Loathes? Loves?
I just did my last love.
All right, my last love. I talked about him last show.
You know what you should do? You should get a spiral notebook. It's way easier to keep up if you got a notebook in front of you.
I hate you today. I really do. Do you know why I really hate you? Because I was like, are you sure that's the phrase? And I Googled it and you were right. That started the whole show off. I was just like, God damn it. I've been interrupting this guy in the middle of his whole rant, trying to correct him on a stupid phrase. And I'm not, just deserves. This didn't sound right. I was like, just deserves. I get stuff like that wrong all the time. Do you know that I thought it was on purpose my entire life? UN purpose? Like, oh, I did that on purpose. Seriously. And then I was reading a book one time. And I was like, holy shit, it's on purpose. And it was like the end of Usual Suspects. I was just like, oh my God, my entire life I've been saying on purpose. And no one's ever corrected me because it sounds close enough to on purpose. And it was like, I was like 36 when this happened. And then I was just like, I can't believe I've been living a lie.
All right, you can't admit this on a popular podcast.
Yeah, edit this out.
You can't admit this. People are gonna think you're mental. You can't do this. You can't do this on a popular podcast.
It was popular when KOC was on it. You know what I mean? I'm tanked.
Will you do your last love, please?
Okay. I talked about Brandon Carlson last time. This guy in the game last night, he got an alley-oop. Like, who is this guy? And he's 7 feet tall. He's a knockdown shooter, and he doesn't even sniff the floor. He's like probably the 6th best player on the Blue. And he's just like, I can't believe this. I know we talked about the Thunder a lot today, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. But goddamn, Brendan Carlson,
dude. Between Brendan Carlson, Chris Youngblood, and Brooks Barnheiser,
it's just stupid.
They're effing with us.
And Sorber's hurt, and Topic, is dealing with a testicular issue. Like, I'm telling you, I said it on the last show, they could split this team in two, and they would both be playoff teams.
Unbelievable. All right, my last loathe. This is going to upset some people.
Oh, really?
Yep, because I walked downstairs.
You're gonna do it on purpose?
And if you're, it's not intentional, but I have an awareness of it's gonna hit a nerve with some people.
You cannot say it, whatever it is.
I want you to still like me.
I love you.
I'm not talking about you. I don't care about you. I'm talking about our listeners. I want you to still like me, even if you don't agree with me.
Don't say anything mean about Beyonce. It goes bad.
But I want to introduce a lot of you to a thing called the internet. And the fact that everybody now has Facebook, and they've got Instagram, and they've got Twitter, and they've got TikTok, and they've got all manner of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know what your family looks like if we're close. This Christmas card stuff has got to stop. It has got to stop. Everybody throws them away. Everybody throws them away. You are throwing your money down the drain for me to see your family. And then I go, oh. And then I throw it in the trash.
You don't display them all on a mantle?
For sure not. No. And the other thing is, there's people that send me Christmas cards. I don't even know them. How did you get my address? I'm asking my wife. I said, who is this? She's like, oh, don't you know that's so-and-so's family? And I'm like, why are they sending me a picture of their family and their dog? Like, if I want, everybody knows that is something that somehow has not gone extinct. And I guess it's the moms. No dad is saying, hey, you know what we forgot to do? Get a Christmas card this year. So you moms, you got to chill on this. You've all got Instagram. Post your damn family on Instagram and let's move on. Facebook, whatever you got, you've all got it. But you're spending this money. You should give that money to charity like Jacoby would.
You should, just like I would. Yes.
Or either that or a Kobe Bryant card.
Let's all pull together. Get a Kobe Bryant card.
But you wasting money on these Christmas cards is unbelievable. I went to my mailbox tonight after I walked my dog. There were 4 more.
Oh, no.
4 more. We've got a gang of them downstairs.
You know what the worst is? I won't name names. And I know that they don't listen to the Mismatch. But I got a text like a week ago. Someone was like, what's your address?
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, are you sending me a holiday card? And he's like, yes. And I was just like, you? Like, you? Of all people?
Oh, he's going to get so mad at me
now?
He's going to get so mad at me.
He's never done it before. Like, you're picking up this habit in the year of our Lord 2025?
Bro?
You're going to start now?
Oh, look, he's going to get so mad at me. I'm going to pray that he's bored with this podcast and not listening. My producer for 20 years, one of my best friends in the world, he's like family to me, Roser.
Yeah.
He texts me what my address was.
I judge those people. If you send it to me.
No. Then it's a freaking Christmas card of him and his girlfriend.
No.
The dogs.
No, you can't do
and
that.
I said, oh my God.
Oh, no wedding ring.
I know this didn't just happen.
No.
I know this didn't happen.
No.
The girlfriend and the dogs. This is out of control.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Do you know what bothers me about the holidays? There's a lot that bothers me. My wife and her sisters insist on this matching pajama bullshit.
Oh, no.
I saw matching pajamas in my house on like November 28th. I'm like, you guys are planning a month ahead for us all to look like idiots and take a picture so you can put it on Instagram? Happy holidays from ours to yours?
Yeah. You should work up a boner or something.
Oh, my God.
It's the only way to ruin the picture.
Just imagine the scenario. It's probably the least likely place to quote unquote work up a boner. Like holding a baby. Like kids are everywhere. It's Christmas.
I was just thinking of a horrible pajama picture.
Okay.
I was saying, how could you sabotage the pajama picture? And then they're just like,
one year.
If you want it to not be posted, that's all I'm saying.
One year they're like, I'm 6'3", like 220, right? I'm a big person. Mm-hmm. One year they're like, oh, they didn't have your size. We got you a medium.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm squeezing into this thing.
Yeah.
And the buttons are barely holding on. The buttons are stressed out.
You got to go warm up.
And now we're taking a picture, and I've got like capri pants on, and my belly button's out.
Terrible.
God damn it. This one's easy. This is the last thing I loathe. Los Angeles is great. Great people here. Great weather. Great food.
Plastic surgery.
Great plastic surgery. I got a BBL. I don't know if you can see it. There's certain days in certain destinations where you open up Uber and it's like 4.5 miles and then it's like 50 minutes. And you're just like, I can just walk. I can walk there in the same amount of time. And there's nothing more infuriating than just sitting in traffic, sitting there. And just being like, I can just open this door and walk past all these cars faster than I'm moving in this car. And then the Uber drivers out here in New York City, Uber drivers, many of them, English is their second language. And if it's not, they just don't talk to you. But these dudes will ask so many questions. And I'm giving answers, short answers, indicating I don't want to talk to you. and they keep bringing up new topics of conversation. It's infuriating. It's torturous. I would rather get 1,000 holiday cards and wear extra small pajamas in the picture than have to sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic with some guy asking me about the Lakers.
I think this is a terrible thing to do. I'm not endorsing it, and I am putting his business out on a super popular podcast like this one.
Huge popular podcast.
But my buddy Chris Mannix.
You're going to have any friends after this thing is published?
I've known Mannix forever. Mannix sets his thing to death.
Oh, it's brilliant.
He does. He says he's deaf on the thing.
That is brilliant. They have a conversation slider, and I put it on like, no.
No, he says his thing says he's deaf.
Does he ever fake sign language?
No.
That's when you're really next level.
I don't think so.
When you're just making hand signals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If I meet him, that's the first thing I'm going to say to him.
Do it.
I'm going to say
he's gonna know I told you to, because he'll brag about it.
Here's what happens. Someone's going to at him on Twitter and be like, Chris Vernon said this
you're
about
a
you.
dirtbag.
Yeah.
Well, you're a real dirtbag. He's like, I don't care. They won't stop talking.
I know. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to get where I'm going very slowly in this traffic.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
It's going to do it for
upset today. We've upset
everyone.
Your producer Roser, my entire family. We've upset.
Everybody
upset
that
Chris
sends
Ryan
Christmas
and
cards.
Andy Greenwald.
Yeah.
We've upset
Pablo,
Jaylen Brown, Pablo Torre, Chris Mannix. Yeah. Hold on. Let me give you live action updates.
Chris Youngblood.
Okay.
So he's probably the only one happy with us.
The Pelicans have scored 141 points against the Blazers. 141.
What's my boy Queen got?
Queen, I'll tell you right now. 17, 5 and 7.
Yeah.
7 assists.
Not huge.
All right. And then we got this.
So it's what? Trey Murphy? It had to be a big Trey Murphy game. Who else scoring? It's not
Bucks. The Bucks beat the Celtics. That's your fault.
Oh man.
The Rockets are
I
up
take
by
everything
3.
I take everything I said back in a bad article, Michael Petito.
Michael Petito's taking all of our jobs. It's a guarantee.
These guys are going to be going to class at Quinnipiac and be like, dude, I heard somebody talking about your article. Yeah, dude, the Pelicans, dude, they got 143 points.
I can't even watch the Clippers game because I'm in L.A.
Oh.
Yeah, 3-point game.
You might just have to head over there and just watch the end.
Yeah,
probably just walk straight in.
No, it'll say 2 miles away. They'll be like 75 minutes. Like, well, what? Seriously.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of The Mismatch. Thank you to our executive producer, Jessie Lopez, as always. And Jacoby, I'll talk to you next week.
Must be 21 or over and present in select states. For Kansas, in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino. Or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts. Or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.